Someone lifted up the lid, smiled and shook their head. Looks like we've got a couple left. Everybody laughed again. The ice had nearly melted down, the stars had climbed up high. The fire still burned with quiet strength, just like the friends around it. The cooler's almost empty, but somehow the night feels full. The cooler's almost empty, but nobody's ready to leave. The drinks are running low, the memories keep pouring in. One more toast beneath the stars, one more chorus by the fire. Sometimes the best part of the night comes near the end. Guitars leaned against the chairs, waiting for another song. Someone tossed another log, watching sparks reach for the sky. The dock had grown completely still, the lake reflected every flame. Nobody looked toward the road, we all looked at each other. Friendship has never depended on what's inside the cooler. The cooler's almost empty, yet our hearts have never felt so full. No fancy plans, no perfect evening, just everything that really mattered. We'll remember these little moments long after summer slips away, 'cause joy has always lived in simple things shared together. Night, not because we remember every detail, but because we'll remember exactly how it felt. The cooler's almost empty, the fire's burning a little lower. The songs are growing softer, the stars are shining brighter. We'll raise the final candlelight to another unforgettable summer, because the greatest celebrations never end. When the cooler runs dry, they live on in the stories we keep telling. The lid closed with a gentle smile, the fire crackled, and the night still wasn't over. Your pickup sat by the lake, tailgate down beneath the stars. Someone reached inside the cab and turned the radio on. Static filled the summer air until a country song came through. We all smiled before the chorus, like we'd known it all our lives. Every summer has a soundtrack. This one found us. The pickup radio, playing songs beneath the moon. Windows down, hearts wide open, nothing else we needed. Every chorus play. The speakers weren't the loudest, the signal faded now and then, but nobody complained at all. That only made it real. Someone sang a little off-key, someone drummed upon the tailgate. The whole lake became our audience, and the stars applauded back. The best music isn't about perfect sound, it's about perfect company. The pickup radio, keeping summer wide awake. One old truck, one little station, one unforgettable evening. Tomorrow those songs may fade, new ones may take their place, but whenever we hear them again, we'll be right back beside this fire. Years from now, that old pickup may finally stop running, but I know its radio will keep playing inside our memories. The pickup radio still echoing across the water. Every note carries another laugh, every chorus another promise. We'll pack up when the morning comes, drive these dusty roads back home. But tonight, the whole world fits inside one old pickup and one perfect song. The music drifted across the lake, the fire kept dancing, and nobody wanted the song to end. The fire was down to glowing coals. The lake was still as polished glass. Someone wrapped up in a blanket, watching sparks drift through the sky. The guitars had finally gone quiet, but the music lingered on. Some melodies don't need a sound to keep playing in your heart. The best nights don't disappear, they simply become part of you. These nights stay forever, long after summer fades away. Every laugh, every promise still echoes in the stars. We'll grow older with the seasons, but this feeling won't grow old, because the greatest memories never leave the people who live them. The dock held one last conversation, soft enough for only friends to hear. The breeze carried every word across the sleeping lake. Someone smiled and quietly said, we'll be back here next year. No one questioned that promise, we all believed it. Friendship isn't measured by how often you meet, it's measured by how quickly. It feels like yesterday. These nights stay forever, even when the fire turns to ash. Every lantern, every old song finds a home inside our hearts. The seasons will keep changing, the roads will take us far apart, but one summer night can last a lifetime. Years from now, we'll stand around another fire, a little older, a little slower, still laughing at the same stories. These nights stay forever because they were never about the season. They were about the people who made every moment shine. The sunrise will soon greet the lake, the last ember will finally fade, but this night will keep burning inside us all forever. The stars watched in silence, the fire glowed one last time, and summer quietly promised, I'll be back. The flames have lost their restless dance, settling into glowing red. The loudest laughter slowly faded, giving silence room to breathe. The guitars rested on the chairs, lanterns glowed a little softer. Nobody reached for their car keys, not quite yet. When the fire burns low, the heart starts speaking louder. When the fire burns low, that's when the best moments begin. The stories grow a little deeper, the silence feels like family. The stars lean a little closer, the night wraps around us all. Some friendships shine brightest when the flames become embers. Someone tossed one final log, not to keep the fire alive, but simply to stretch the evening a few more precious minutes. The lake reflected every ember like tiny suns upon the water. The breeze carried the scent of pine, another memory was born. You learn who matters most when nobody is ready to leave. When the fire burns low, nobody's trying to impress anyone. The jokes become a little quieter, the smiles become more honest. No phones, no schedules, no reason to hurry home. this little circle, holding back the morning. Years from now, we'll remember not the biggest flames, but these glowing embers, because they stay with us the longest. When the fire burns low, the night feels richer than before. The sparks may stop climbing skyward, but our hearts keep glowing. We'll sit here until the first birds sing, until the darkness welcomes dawn, because some of life's greatest memories are written in the quiet moments after the fire burns low. The embers whispered through the night. Nobody spoke, nobody needed to. Somebody tossed another log. The flames reached higher toward the stars. Old guitars changed weathered hands. Every chord became a friend. The smell of pine was in the air. Laughter drifting everywhere. No one cared about tomorrow. Tonight was more than enough. Funny how a simple fire can bring 100 stories to life. Around the fire we found ourselves, somewhere between the songs and smoke. Every laugh lit up the night brighter than the flames could ever burn. Past the guitar, past another smile, stay a little longer here. Some of life's greatest memories are made around the fire. Someone told an old hometown tale. Someone sang a song off key. Nobody seemed to mind at all. It only made us laugh harder. A couple danced beneath the moon, barefoot on the summer ground. The sparks rose into the sky like tiny wishes floating free. Nobody was trying to impress anyone. We were simply happy to be together. Around the fire, time slowed down. The world disappeared beyond the trees. The phone stayed tucked away while the memories wrote themselves. Every glowing ember carried hope. Every chorus brought us closer. The warmth wasn't only from the flames, it came from the people beside them. Years from now, we probably won't remember who played the first song or who started the first joke. We'll remember how it felt to belong. Around the fire we'll meet again. No matter where these roads may lead, Bring your stories, bring your scars. There's always room for one more cheer. The flames will fade before the dawn, but friendship never burns away, because the brightest fire of all is the one we carry home. The wood turned into embers, the night turned into memories. Tiny lights began to dance, floating through the summer grass like little lanterns in the dark, each one carrying a spark. The fire had settled into coals, but no one thought of going home. The night fell wrapped in quiet gold, like it wanted us to stay. Some memories don't arrive all at once. They glow softly just like fireflies. Fireflies and memories lighten up these country dreams. Every tiny golden light makes the summer come alive. Catch one if you can, then let it fly, just like every perfect night. Some moments aren't meant to last forever, they're meant to stay in your heart. She pointed toward the open field where hunters danced above the weeds. For a moment no one spoke, we just watched the evening breathe. The old guitar rested by the fire, still warm from one more song. The silence didn't feel empty, it felt completely full. Nobody wanted to hold on too tightly. The beauty of the night was letting it unfold. Fireflies and memories shining through the maple trees. Every laugh still fills the air like it never really left. The stars above, the coals below, everything wore a gentle glow. If happiness has a heartbeat, it sounds like summer nights. Years from now, we'll probably forget what shirts we wore, what songs played first, or who sat where. But we'll never forget how this night made us feel. Fireflies and memories still dancing in the midnight breeze. The fire may fade before the dawn, but this feeling will live on. We'll chase another summer sky, another bonfire, another July, because the brightest lights we ever find are the ones we carry home. The fireflies disappear into the trees. The memories stay with us forever. Friday rolled in with a painted sky. Dust kicked up as the trucks rolled by. Tailgates dropped, coolers cracked. everybody found their way back. The first match lit the waiting wood. Soon the flames were burning good. Someone tuned an old guitar, and the weekend found its heart. All week long we counted the days just to end up right here. Friday night, firelight, everything finally feels right. Hands in the air, songs in the wind. This is where the weekend begins. No deadlines, no city noise, just small town girls and country boys. If happiness has a favorite place, it's sitting around this fire. Dancing in the headlights, someone's laughing way too loud. A couple steals a quiet moment, walking slowly by the lake. The stars arrive one by one, like they're joining everyone. Even the moon seems to smile, watching over nights like this. Nobody asked for a perfect life, just nights they'll never forget. Friday night, firelight, burning warm against the night. Every story finds a home, every stranger leaves a friend. Pass the guitar, sing that line, raise your cup one more time. These are the nights we'll talk about long after summer's gone. Long after summer's gone. Years from now, we'll hear one old country song, catch the smell of campfire smoke, or see a sky full of stars. And without saying a word, we'll all come back to this Friday night. Friday night, firelight, keep burning in our hearts tonight. The flames may fade before the dawn, but this feeling never will. When tomorrow finally comes, we'll carry this night down every road, because the best part of growing up is having nights you'll never outgrow. The fire slowly settled into glowing embers, but the weekend had only just begun. Morning breeze began to blow, sending embers into the sky. Tiny sparks of fading gold, dancing one last time tonight. The lake was calm beneath the dawn, the trees stood still around the shore. It felt like nature knew this night deserved a slow goodbye. The brightest sparks don't last forever, but they leave enough light to find your way home. Golden sparks rising high like little dreams against the sky. Every flame that fades away leaves another memory. Don't hold it tight, let it live the way it should. Some of the most beautiful things only shine for a little while. Someone packed the last guitar, someone closed the cooler lid. The old pickup started up and quietly shut back off. Nobody wanted to nights like this. So we stood there one more minute, watching embers chase the wind. Maybe that's why we love summer, because it teaches us how to treasure moments without trying to own them. Golden sparks lighting dawn long after the fire is gone. Every laugh still fills the air like the night is breathing there. We'll carry this wherever life goes, from busy streets to country roads. The fire stayed beside the lake. Its light came home with us. Years from now, we'll smell campfire smoke, hear an old country song, see sparks climbing through the dark, and without saying a word, we'll all be back here again. Golden sparks don't disappear. You're the reason summer stays near. Not inside the flames we see, but inside the hearts they leave. When another sunset paints the sky, we'll gather where the fire shines, because the greatest light we've ever known was never the fire. It was each other. The last spark disappeared into the morning. Its glow never left our hearts. The engines finally came alive, one by one along the drive. Windows down, a final wave, smiles too real to try and fake. The fire pit was quiet now, only warm ash on the ground. But somehow nothing felt over, it just felt ready for next time. Distance changes the miles between us, it never changes the people beside us. Good friends never fade, even when the summers change. Every road may lead apart, but they never leave your heart. One phone call, one old song, and it feels like no time's gone, because the truest kind of friendship only grows with time. One truck turned toward the mountains, another headed through the fields. Someone honked and everybody laughed, just like we always did. Dust rose softly down the road, morning shining through the pines. Every goodbye felt lighter, because we all knew we'd meet again. The greatest friendships don't need daily conversations, they only need real hearts. Good friends never fade, they're the soundtrack of our lives. Through every season, every turn, they're the us back to where the story began. Someday we'll sit around another fire, telling the same old stories, laughing at the same old jokes, and adding a few new ones. Good friends never fade. They're the reason memories stay bright. The fire may have burned down low, but the bond still burns inside. So here's to one more summer, one more road, one more song. Because the best part of every journey has always been who was riding beside you. The trucks drove in different directions, the friendship never did.
Midnight settled on the shore. The fire burned a little more. Moonlight danced across the waves like silver ribbons on the lake. The laughter softened into smiles. The music drifted for a while. The loudest part of the night had quietly become the stars. There's a moment every summer night when the whole world seems to whisper instead of shout. Midnight at the lake, where time begins to drift away. The water holds the moon so still, like it's afraid to let it go. Every ripple tells a story, every breeze remembers names. Some places aren't beautiful because of what they are. They're beautiful because of who was there. Someone sat at the end of the dock, feet swinging just above the water. Another couple shared a blanket, watching shooting stars go by. A quiet guitar filled the air, playing chords too soft for words. Nobody wanted to break the silence. It already sounded perfect. Maybe the best conversations are the ones spoken without saying anything. Midnight at the lake, every heartbeat finds its place. The fire glows behind our backs. The future waits beyond the dawn. We're exactly where we need to be, between the shoreline and the sky. If forever had one peaceful hour, it would feel like this. Someday, this dock may stand empty. The fire pit may grow cold. The songs may stop echoing across the water. But somewhere, another group of friends will build nights like this
just as unforgettable.
Midnight at the lake, hold this moment while you can. The stars won't stay forever, neither will these summer nights. But memories don't follow clocks, they stay long after midnight ends. And every time I see a quiet lake, I'll hear this night again. The lake never spoke a word, yet it told us everything.
The fire burned a little lower, but nobody reached for their keys. Someone grabbed that old guitar and smiled across the flames at me. The strings were worn, the finish faded, like every song it ever knew. It wasn't polished or perfect, neither were we. When the night feels too good to end, you always ask for one more song. Play one more campfire song before the stars give way to dawn. One more chorus everyone knows, one more memory to take back home. Sing it loud, sing it wrong, everybody sing along. These are the nights we'll carry forever. So play one more campfire song. The sparks climbed into midnight skies like tiny dreams learning to fly. Someone passed another drink, someone laughed until they cried. Old boots circled around the fire, keeping rhythm in the dirt. The whole world disappeared tonight beyond this ring of light. Nobody wanted to be the first to let the music in. Play one more campfire song, one that keeps this night alive. Every chord becomes a photograph, every verse another smile. Let the harmonies drift away across the lake and through the pines, because the greatest songs aren't written, they're lived. Someday we'll all have different jobs, different towns, different lives. But if one of us starts singing this song, we'll all know exactly where we are again. Play one more campfire song for every mile still left to drive, for every friend around this fire, and every summer still to come. The flames may turn to blood and coals, the guitars may fall silent soon, but as long as one heart remembers, this song will never end. The last chord faded into the night. The echoes stay with us forever. tailgate down beneath the pines, cooler packed and country playing loud. Dust rolled off those back road tires as sunset painted everything gold. Old blue jeans and worn out boots, windows down, nothing to lose. Every mile led us right here to the best place in the world. We didn't need a five-star view, just four wheels and good company. This is pickup truck paradise, where Friday nights come alive. Tailgate seats beneath the stars, turning old truck into home. Cold drinks raised toward the sky, firelight dancing in our eyes. You can keep the city lights, we've already found paradise. We've already found paradise. Someone climbed up on the bed, playing songs on an old six-string. The whole crowd sang every word, even if they missed the key. A girl laughed beside the fire, her boots covered up in dust. She looked at me and smiled like she'd known me all my life. Nobody cared what tomorrow looked like. Tonight was everything we needed. This is pickup truck paradise, where every road leads back to friends. Every chorus grows a little louder, every memory burns a little brighter. The lake reflects the moonlight glow, the fire keeps the night alive. Some places are too beautiful to ever leave behind. Yeah. Years from now, someone will ask what the perfect summer looked like. I'll tell them it sounded like country music, smelled like campfire smoke, and looked like old trucks beneath the sky full of stars. This is pickup truck paradise, the kind you can't put on a map. It's found between the laughter, the music, and the midnight sky. When these tires roll away at dawn, this place will still ride with us, because paradise was never the destination. It was the people in the truck beside us. The engine went quiet, the night never did. Diner closed around 10 o'clock, but nobody headed home. Every back road led one place, to the fire beside the lake. The water tower watched it all, standing tall against the stars. This little town knew how to turn an ordinary night into forever. You don't need a famous destination when your favorite people are already there. It's a small town summer, where every sunset feels a little longer, where old trucks line the gravel road, and every face feels like home. those streets gave us the biggest nights of our lives. The porch light slowly faded out, leaving moonlight on the fields. Kids chased fireflies through the grass, while grandparents watched and smiled. Someone grilled the last hot dog, someone tuned the old guitar. Nobody wanted the evening to slip away so soon. Around here, the best plans are the ones that nobody ever planned. It's a small town summer where every handshake means something. Every bonfire starts a story. Every goodbye ends with see you soon. The stars don't seem so far away when you're surrounded by people you love. Maybe heaven looks a little like a Friday night in a small town. Years will pass, new houses will be built, old trucks will rust, kids will grow into parents. But every summer, this town will remember how to bring everyone back together. It's a small town summer, the kind that never really leaves you. Every road will lead somewhere else, but every memory leads back here. When life gets louder than it should, I'll find this place inside my heart. Because the greatest vacations are the ones you never had to leave home for. The town went to sleep, the summer stayed awake. Campfire smoke drifted through the air, carried softly by the evening breeze. The sunset melted into stars, like the sky was changing clothes. Someone pointed toward the moon, someone whispered, "Look at that." For a little while the whole world forgot how to hurry. Some nights don't need fireworks, the sky already knows the show. Smoke and summer skies, that's where the best memories rise. Golden flames and midnight blue, painting dreams we never knew. Every spark becomes a star, every laugh travels so far. If home is just a feeling, then tonight we're already there. The dock was glowing in moonlight, boots lined up beside the shore. Someone jumped into the lake, the splash made everybody cheer. Fireflies floated through the trees like tiny lanterns in the breeze.
Getaways, the radio played one last tune. Then we started singing louder. Nobody worried about tomorrow, because tonight was finally enough. Smoke and summer skies, holding stories in their light. Every chorus fills the air with the kind of joy you can't prepare. No tickets, no grand parade, just simple moments that never fade. Some nights are worth 1,000 days, but this is one of them. Years from now, the smoke will disappear. The firewood will turn to ash. The stars will shine on someone else. But this night will always belong to us. Smoke and summer skies, keep this feeling burning bright. When the morning steals the moon, we'll still carry every tune. Every road may lead away, but no distance can erase a night that taught us happiness can be this wonderfully simple. The smoke faded into the stars. The memories stay beneath them.
The fire burned a little low, so we walked down to the shore. The lake was still as polished glass, holding every star above. A gentle breeze crossed the water, carrying laughter through the night. Someone skipped a stone so far, it felt like it touched the moon. Some nights don't ask for anything, they simply ask you to look up. Stars above the lake tonight, shining twice in silver light. Once up high across the sky, once where the water holds the night. We didn't need a single plan, just old friends and open hands. Some dreams are already real if you know where to look. The dock creaks softly with each step, boots lined up along the edge. Someone counted shooting stars, someone made another wish. A radio played way back there, just enough to fill the air. The music floated with the breeze, like it never wanted to leave. Nobody rushed the silence, because sometimes silence sings the loudest. Stars above the lake tonight, turning darkness into light. Every reflection told a story, every ripple
might look just like this. One day this dark will weather, the fire will burn somewhere else. We'll all take different roads, but every time we see a sky full of stars, we'll come back to this night. Stars above the lake tonight, still dancing on the water skin. The night keeps giving more than memories. It's giving us a place we'll never lose. When the sunrise finds these shores, we'll smile before we drive away, because the best nights never really end. They keep shining inside us. The stars faded with the morning, the memories never did. Sinking through the pines, paint gold across the sky. Old trucks line the gravel road, windows down, country on. Someone struck the first guitar, someone laughed from across the fire. The smoke rolled slowly toward the stars, like the night was just waking up. Every summer has a first night, the kind you remember before it's even over. Summer never ends tonight. When the fire burns this bright, raise your hands, sing out loud. Leave tomorrow somewhere else with old friends and brand new dreams. Nothing's ever quite what it seems. Some nights don't belong to time, they belong to us. They belong to us. Coolers packed with ice and stories, boots kicked off beside the dock. Fireflies danced above the grass like little sparks from the flames. A girl spun barefoot through the dust, laughing like the world was hers. The whole night felt so alive, you could almost hold it. Nobody checked the time, 'cause nobody wanted this night to end. Oh, summer never ends tonight, not while these hearts beat together. Every song becomes a memory before the final chord is played. The stars don't shine this bright alone, they shine because we're here beneath them. Tonight we're writing stories we'll still be telling years from now. One day we'll all grow older, the trucks will change, the songs will change, maybe even the faces around this fire. But we'll always remember how this summer made us feel. Summer never ends tonight, even when the morning comes. The fire may slowly fade away, but the memories never will. We'll chase another sunset soon, another road, another song, because the best summers aren't measured in days, they're measured in moments. The fire was only beginning, so was the summer.